Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens 6-inch Black Series Finn. That's right, Force Friday has come. We have a whole new line of Black Series figures from the upcoming new film, and I'm going to start by taking a look at what I assume is going to be our new main character, by the name of Finn. Now, as you can see, he comes in window box packaging that is similar to what we've seen in the Black Series so far, but it is changed up a bit for the new Episode 7 launch. You can see the box is now black with a red background behind the figure, as well as a red spine on the box. There's an image of Finn at the lower portion of the box, and again on the back side, where we also get a short bio for the character. That doesn't really reveal a whole lot yet. That's one thing about this whole wave of figures. Almost everybody in this wave is a brand new character that we just don't know anything about yet. We have no connection to these characters. So really right now we're just kind of basing these on if it's a good toy or not. So that's what we're going to look at. So let's go ahead and take a look at Finn outside of the packaging. So this is your standard Star Wars Black in the 6-inch scale, and overall I feel like the design and sculpt of this guy is really well done. Now, as we haven't seen the movie yet, I don't know if this is going to be his more iconic outfit, if this is what he's going to wear most of the time in the film, but this is what we've seen on a lot of the images coming out of the film so far. So as you can see, he's got a pretty great head sculpt there. I will say that's one thing that is done pretty well on this figure. In fact, I think he might be one of the best out of this wave that has a really great likeness to the actor that is playing the Finn character in the film. Overall, it's a really solid sculpt, and I feel like the paint deco is also very nicely done. The Black Series in the past has had some issues with the paint being caked on a little too thick, and I feel like Finn is actually a really nice balance here. There's not a lot of globby paint, and really throughout the whole figure, I don't see any glaring paint issues. The whole figure looks very nice and very clean. In fact, down here towards the boots, or the shoes that he's wearing, one of the neat little design touches that I like is you can see how the bottom of his pants have a bit of a dusty look. You can see it almost looks like he's been running through some sand. So I thought that was a really nice detail. Very nice touch that turned out really well on this guy. So overall, good sculpting. I love the jacket that he's wearing there. It's got some pretty nice details, nice little wrinkles and folds. We do have a little bit of paint on here, just kind of a red patch up here on the right breast. We got a red stripe here, little gold badge it looks like on there. This is a bit of a separate piece, but the arms are sculpted with the jackets, so it's not really meant to be removed there. But looks really nice. So overall, I think the design on this guy is very good with a really decent paint job. So let's go ahead and talk articulation here. That head is on the standard ball joint that we've seen with the other Black figures, and it also has a hinge joint at the neck, which means he can look up and down, so we got a really good range of motion at the head there. We do have those ball-like joints at the shoulder, so the arms can go outwards, they can move forwards and backwards there. We've got nice swivels at the elbow, as well as an elbow bend. We also have swivels at the wrists, and there are hinge joints, so the wrists can move up and down, which is really nice. You can see he's got a bit of a ball joint here at the torso. So he swivels at the torso, and that also allows him to move side to side. You'll notice he doesn't have any actual waist cut articulation, so his ability to turn side to side is in the midsection here. He does have ball joints at the thighs, which you can see there, so it allows for a decent range of motion. You can't get his legs split all the way out to the side, but you can get forwards and backwards. You can roll him around a bit there. We've got swivels at the thigh cut. We've got nice double joints at the knees, and the ankles have the ability to move up and down, as well as rock side to side, so great pivots there on the nice ball joints. So overall, I'd say this guy has a really nice range of articulation, and the construction on him feels very solid, and all of my articulation on this particular figure is nice and tight, so he stands well. He feels like a good, solid action figure. Now, Finn only comes with one accessory in the form of this blaster. Unfortunately, it's a bit warped, as you can see. It's made of a gummy, soft plastic, so I'm not a fan of that. I always want the weapons to be a much more rigid plastic than this. So you'll probably have to bend it around a little bit out of the packaging to kind of straighten it up. It does have a pretty nice paint deco, though. You can see it's got just kind of this mustard yellow color almost, but there's a nice wash in there, so you can see all the little details are nice and black and dingy, and then the tip part of the blaster is done in a nice kind of metallic silver. His right hand is the best hand for holding onto the blaster because he does have a trigger finger sculpted on there, which fits perfectly into the trigger of the blaster, so it can get Finn holding onto it with some really good poses, and you even have the ability to get some really nice two-handed poses as he grips the underside of the front of the blaster very nicely. Now, that's the only accessory that Finn comes with, but here's some fun things you can do with this guy. Like I said, we don't know a lot about the character yet, but we have seen him in the trailer. And one of the things we saw in the trailer, in the very first trailer, which kind of became iconic for the character when we knew even less about him, is the fact that he was wearing a Stormtrooper outfit. So if you take the First Order Stormtrooper figure that has also been released in this wave, the good news is that the heads do have the ability to pop off on these figures once again. So you can take the head, you can pop it off the ball joint. It's very easy to do on Finn. Now, word of warning with the Stormtrooper, the ball joint is really tight for some reason, so you might even need to kind of warm it up, maybe do the low setting on a hairdryer just to kind of heat it up a little bit and pop it off the ball joint. But here's the good news. Once you do that, the heads can swap because the ball joints are the same size, which is awesome. Way back when the Black Series first started, the Stormtroopers had a different size ball joint than Luke and Han, so we couldn't do Luke and Han in Stormtrooper disguise. But we can do Finn in Stormtrooper disguise, so it's another great way we can display him. Or, if you've seen the most recent trailer, we can also put Luke Skywalker's lightsaber in his hands. Haha. So there you go, my friends. There is a look at the brand new 6-inch Black Series Finn from Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Like I said, the worst thing right now is that we just don't know who this character is. We have no connection to him. But the action figure, very nicely done. I'm actually really impressed with it. I think the articulation is nice. He's very solid, has a great paint deco and a really good sculpt, and I love the different display options if you have some of the other figures like that Stormtrooper. So with Force Friday, this guy is in stores right now. So happy hunting, my friends, and until next time.